you doing? All right. So this is the inartistic dad portion of the evening, where I just lay it all out in terms we can both understand. So we're here to turn the idea of festival participation inside out, or upside down, or flatten it, or confuse it, or be a sunrise within a sunset. But we're also here to respect our community, even and or those neighbors who may not be into what we're into. This is our Chippewa Valley, but we're also visitors and guests of our history, of our forebears, of those who may not march to our beat, but gave us the opportunity to bang the drum. Let's begin right where we're standing. This solid masterpiece of a building echoes all sorts of history and character, as you'll observe. But housed in another part of its multi-chambered heart is the Children's Dyslexia Center of Upper Wisconsin, which through the graciousness of volunteers, local funding, and the folks who are hosting us tonight, provides free instruction for children who are smart, creative, and process language differently. How many of us on stage and off tonight see ourselves in that description? Yeah. So please look for information about the Dyslexia Center near the entrances to this building and help if you can. It speaks to me. People have helped my family in that very specific area. All right, here's the deal. In the continuing trend of balancing unpronounceable joy, and by the way, at our supper table, it's Hiver, Heaver, Hover, with fundamental logistics and neighborliness, we ask you to please be just square enough to follow a few gentle rules. Please do not exit any venues while carrying alcohol in anything other than your belly. Please do not take any alcohol into the Masonic Temple Theater or the Unitarian Church. They're pretty laid back, but they still, it's church. You will be able to get a drink at some of the venues, and you will absolutely be able to get a drink at the final venue where we all get back together. You will have volunteer guides. I stress that word, volunteer. These are folks given their time. So please help them and help your festival friends by moving from venue to venue as quickly as possible. The nature of some of the events is such that we simply can't accommodate late arrivals once the event begins. And we want you to be able to see as much of what the artists are sharing tonight as possible. If you do break away from your group, please plan to rejoin us all at the Pablo Center at the Confluence. It's that big, shiny, multicolored, funky building down there. Didn't look like anything they had where I come from. Because that's where we're all going to end the evening together, starting around 9:30, 10 p.m., as if time really is going to be relevant. Now, here's the trickiest, funkiest item of all. As you leave this room, you will be counted and directed on your way based on random assignment. So if you want to share your evening with someone, try to leave here with them, and the volunteers will, and I stress, do their best to accommodate you. And once you're in with the group, you ride with them until you make it back to the Pablo. If people start to freelance or shift groups, things are going to get ragged quickly. So tomorrow, just quickly also, we will all meet at the Pablo Center at 6 o'clock. It'll be a different kind of adventure, all of which will take place within the Pablo Center. So my final word is just a big gratitude, man.